Yalala, yala, yalala, yala. Yalala, yala. Afro, Afro. Whoa. Yalala, 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 yala. Yalala, 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 yala. Yala.
Hi, my name is Tierra Nicole Polite. I am the owner of Epiphany Hair Studio, which is my salon located in North Charleston. I am also the owner of Epiphany Beauty Institute, which is a beauty school located in Summerville, South Carolina. I'm a licensed realtor in the state of South Carolina also.
Can you start by telling us a bit about your journey and what inspired you to become a stylist and create your own beauty institute?
Okay, so I began, actually, my mom went to beauty school in high school. So I used to kind of play with her, curling irons, that kind of stuff. And I just, doing doll baby hair, doing my sister, my cousin's hair. And I actually started doing hair for extra money around about the age of 12. So, all throughout high school, I did hair for extra money. And when I graduated high school, I actually went to nursing school. And I didn't like it. I no longer wanted to do hair. I was kind of burned out at that time. So I actually went to nursing school. I tried it. I didn't finish. I then went to beauty school at the Academy of Cosmetology, where I graduated and became licensed in the year 2005. I went to work with my stepsisters downtown in Charleston on Meeting Street at headquarters beauty salon. I worked there for about 7 years before opening my own salon in 2012. I also became a licensed cosmetology instructor in 2009. I taught at Miller Mott, Charleston Cosmetology Institute. Those are just the two schools that I taught to before opening my own school. So once I opened my own salon, I was able to, employ people. But basically, I rent booths out to other stylists or whatever. I teach, technique classes. I offer mentorship to stylists. And I just always wanted, I kind of like the education behind the beauty industry. I just like helping people and kind of like giving people a chance. So that was my push to say, one day I'm going to open my beauty school. And like I always tell anybody that I interview with, did I ever think that it would happen? No. But, it was okay to dream. So, I'm just a girl from downtown Charleston. So I'm thinking like, well, because I personally didn't know someone of color personally at that time, being a young girl that owned a beauty school, I'm going to be honest. So, did I think that it was possible? No, but it's always something that I wanted to do, always something that, if you follow me on social media, I talked about it for years before it ever happened. So I just kind of like believed in myself, and when the opportunity presented itself, I went with the opportunity. Do I, we don't know, you got to take a risk. So I actually, took the risk, followed my dreams, and here we are 16 months later at Epiphany Beauty Institute.
Wow, 16 months?
Yeah, 16 months in.
Goodness, you definitely, you did a lot, but I would have never thought you started out doing nursing.
Yeah, I thought I wanted to be a nurse.
I never would have, and some people, they don't understand, you can start something totally different, but that's not where you're going to end up, because you have to learn what your passion is, what your purpose is, and stuff like that. So
and that's what it is. Passion is. And here's my passion. I started researching Epiphany. Epiphany kind of means like a manifestation. So just like with my school, my salon was definitely the same thing because, at the time opening my salon, I didn't have any money. I was single, a single mother of one son. I didn't get any loans or anything, you know what I'm saying? All I did was work hard and invested my money into myself. So it means manifestation. And when I was going to open my beauty school, I was like, well, I can just keep the name because, a lot of people know. So when they hear Epiphany, they automatically think of me. So I just, kept the name going because I just like the manifestation part of it.
I love it. And you definitely did do that from what you said earlier, speaking about it way before it even came to pass.
Yes,
so
I would always talk about it for years. So you gotta definitely speak it.
Speak it into existence.
Yes.
I love it. So many entrepreneurs face challenges when starting their businesses. What were some of the initial hurdles that you encountered and how did you overcome them?
I think for me, before I even began, I just prayed and, so you gotta take God on your journey, right? Because life gonna happen. So basically for me, I prayed about it. I took a class with, she's like my mentor, Karen Stacks. I took a class with her And she basically was, showing me how to open the school. But when I went to see Karen was like, you got this, because I already, I've been planning this for so long. I would sit down some days and write out what I want to do in my school, and literally I already had everything planned out. So basically, after taking the class, I was like, I'm going to just go look for a location, because I thought I wanted another salon. I just know I needed to do something else. And I was just going to do another salon just to, I wanted another business. But it wasn't what I really wanted. I knew I wanted a school, but I'm like, okay, I'm not going to get to school, so I'll just settle for something else or whatever. So I was riding around, and Somerville was, my ideal location, because there are 2 schools in North Charleston. One in West Ashley, one in Blue Street. There was none in Somerville. So no private beauty school. So I'm like, I got to be in Somerville. And one day, I think someone told me about the shopping center, and I came, and everything just went through, and I just, praying. Throughout the whole process, I'm like, God, if this isn't for me, just stop it. Just stop it. And everything just happened. I did have some run-ins. I did have days when I'm like, I can't do this no more. I had days when I had to spend more money than I had. I had days when, people was like, are you sure this is going to work? And I mean, I still, from month to month, I'm still not sure, but I know that, I think if God gives the vision, He definitely gives the resources. So I just kind of, and I feel that when you're doing something from the heart and you're very passionate, it's going to happen. So you're going to deal with the challenges, but if it's something that you really want, I just get up every day, take it one day at a time, and just give my all. I feel that once you give something your all, that's all you can do. So for me, it's just, you're going to end up with financial challenges. You got to deal with friends that talk about you, family members that talk about you, the naysayers, because they don't, why Tierra, you don't deserve this. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you got to just overlook all that and just walk with God. That can really be the only person that going to get you where you need to be at.
Right.
So.
I love it. Because you're definitely giving people, the opportunity to do something that they thought was impossible.
Yes.
Because especially with, I've looked up your business, and with you doing it, they can make payments and don't have to go through FAFSA all the time. A lot of times, I had run-ins with me even trying to get in school before and having problems with the FAFSA.
Yes.
So I feel like it gives people that opportunity to just, because they can still be working and putting themselves through school at the same time. So it's giving them, it's making it mean a lot more, being that they're making that investment early on. Than just FAFSA. Yeah,
and that's what I'm saying. So I really don't take it lightly that I think I've had 65 students enroll in the last 16 months, but I don't take that lightly because they could have gone anywhere. There's other schools, and for people that come to me that really can't afford it, I do recommend them go, somewhere else that do accept financial aid. I'm not going to say that's not my goal. My goal is to one day accept financial aid so that I could, compete in the industry and charge what I'm supposed to charge. But for the first couple of years, this is just the process. But I also encourage people to take advantage, because you're able to finish school. You have no student loans. Your school is paid for. You got your license forever. And then without me being accredited right now, I'm able to accept people that just have their 10th grade education. So I've had students, because once I become accredited, accreditation is going to require you to have your GED or your diploma. So South Carolina State Board only requires you to have a 10th grade education. So I've had students that really cannot get a license through no other school because of accreditation come here, and they're able to go get a license without having to get a GED or high school diploma. So I just, try to encourage them to take advantage of the situation.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. I did not know that. Yeah. So Charleston is known for its vibrant culture and diverse community. How has the local community influenced your work and your brand?
I love my city, I mean, some people, they feel how they feel, but they have definitely been supportive. It definitely has been. My family and my friends, they really, really have been there for me in this journey. They believe in me on the days that I don't get up. But for my community, it's the strangers for me. They support me. They believe in me. I've had, they come by. They donate stuff to the school. I mean, they understand. They know it's not hard, and I'm actually sacrificing a lot for this to happen. So the community has been great. They have very well embraced the idea of me at this particular moment, just being the only African American school in the area. So it's definitely not easy, because of course you have people, they're going to compare me to this person or me to that person, but I know what I did this for. I'm a successful stylist. I I have made a whole lot of money in this industry, so I know what it takes to be a successful stylist. So when my students come here, I'm trying to like, I'm giving them what state board requires, but I'm also giving them like life lessons. I'm giving them business lessons. I'm also showing them like, I'm doing this. I have already done this. And if I can do it, you can do it. So basically, and you know, like my pastor, my favorite quote is from my pastor, Pastor Kate. She always said, inside every man is the destiny of another man. And I truly love that, and I believe that. Because, you know, we ain't here forever, so it's always good to help somebody along the way.
So you got that mentorship.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
I love it. Mm-hmm. So hairstyles and other services within the beauty industry, they offer a diverse range of options. Can you provide insight into the unique requirements of individuals with specific beauty needs and how your school caters to those needs?
Basically, catering to the needs, the beauty needs, I try to keep my students with the latest trends, because we know that the beauty industry is forever changing. So I also teach them that you can't forget the basics. You gotta learn how to do a roller set. You learn how to do a perm rod. You gotta know how to use a marcel. You gotta learn how to do finger waves, because that's the foundation for everything. So I kind of just make sure that my students, they don't like the foundation. Some of them don't want to do it, but I'm telling you, either you're going to get it here or you're going to pay for it when you leave. So even though I pull off the foundation, I still try to give them an environment where we adapt to what's going on in the industry. Like, you know, there's a lot of hair weaves going on. So my students offer services like lace frontals. They offer, you know, what other schools might not give them. They might not. I'm just saying what I give them, because I know it's a service that can really increase their income. So I try to give my students things that I know that will make a difference, but I also let them know, like, you got to know, every stylist should know how to do a haircut. Every stylist should know how to properly color hair. I can't give them all that right now, but I just let them know, like, the more you practice, the better you become. I mean, I only got you for $1,500. I can't give you everything, but I try to instill in them. I try to show them, and you know, and I try to live a life that kind of could be an example for them. I'm not perfect, so they see the good, the bad. You know, I show them everything. So,
building a brand takes a lot of effort and dedication. What are your long-term goals for Epiphany Beauty Institute, and how do you envision it evolving in the future?
My long-term goal for Epiphany Beauty Institute is definitely to be around for a long time. And definitely, hopefully, that even after I'm gone, it's still around. That's my goal. So, and basically, maybe have multiple locations in the future. But my goal is always going to be to, make a way for somebody. That's the whole, the whole goal of it. If you look at my mascot, the butterfly, when I was searching, trying to find a mascot, and I just was like, what am I going to use? And I saw the butterfly, and I started, researching the transformation and all that. So, and I always compliment my students and let them know, because the same way they come in is really not how they leave out. It's definitely a transformation. They grow a lot, because they come in one way, thinking one way. And I also try to tell my students, about mindset and, because so is a man thinketh, so is he. That's what the Bible says. So, and I truly believe that. So I really, I can see Epiphany Beauty Institute. I mean, my prayer is that we're around for a long time. I'm able to provide opportunities to a lot of young people, no matter race. It's not about that. It's just for those that are going to allow me, I'll be available to provide them opportunity, because the beauty industry is very, very rewarding. You can make a whole lot of money. We're so used to people, especially in our culture, not, growing up there, like that was my real job. Because I would hear some people like, I want to go to hair school, but my mom wants me to go to college. And I'm like, some stylists make more than doctors. So it's something that, and I mean, the recession proves that all the time, that we're going to always make money. No matter if we got a barter and trade, no matter if we got to cut our prices, a woman always going to look good. I mean, males too, they going to the barbershop. So I just, I do set goals for the school. So my first goal is always going to be to try to get accreditation, because I feel once I become accredited, I can offer more opportunities as far as like financial aid to those that can't pay out of pocket. So there's a lot of people that reach out to me. They're like, I want to come to your school, but I can't afford it. So I get it, but this is where I'm at. This is the journey that I have to take. So that's my first goal. Get to accreditation, then hopefully expand to like a bigger building, bigger location. and then hopefully expand to multiple locations. And then I also want to be able to have salons that I can employ my students when they get out of school. So that's a part of my future plans, to be honest.
You're to me, it's just you're setting the example. So just like how you said, they see the good, the bad, the ugly. They see the sad, whether it's your students, your family, everybody. They see where you start from, and it's not about how you start; it's how you finish.
Exactly.
So by you doing all of this, and you have those goals, you're gonna reach them. You're definitely gonna reach them.
One day at a time.
Yes, one day at a time. But that manifestation that you've been doing, in the beginning, and you're still doing it now, you're definitely gonna reach it. So Charleston is known for its strong sense of community. How has the support and engagement from your local audience influenced your growth as an entrepreneur?
I feel that they talk about the school all the time. I get people that come in and they're like, I was this place and they told me about the school. So the community has very well been spreading the word. Outside of, marketing, word of mouth is going to always be the best form of marketing. So outside of like social media and whatever other marketing that I have invested in, just the community, like, oh, they got a hit school in Somerville, and then, it's new to Somerville too. So, I mean, even when people, because we're in a busy shopping center, so even when people pass around, they're like, oh, they live in the area, I'm going to tell my neighbors about it. So the community has definitely been, I attribute a lot of my growth to the community and them spreading the word and just being proud of me. So a lot of them just, they happy, they proud of me to see someone like us doing it, and it's like they have been very, very supportive. And I really do appreciate it. I love my city.
In the near future, what new products or initiatives can we expect from Epiphany Beauty Institute?
I mean, new products, initiatives. Basically, the more that I want to give a lot back to the community. I want to be able to give scholarships, and I want to be able. It's a whole lot that I want to be able to do. So the more resources that become available to the school, the more that I'm able to give back to the community. I mean, as far as products, of course, we're going to offer like more classes, continuing education classes. The school is going to have its own product line eventually. I want to kind of like just use, everything Epiphany. So I'm going to work on our own product line, skincare line, all that stuff like that. So that way, even the students are able to retail the products. Even when they leave here, if they want to, they can use the product. So that's. As far as products and what initiatives and stuff like that, that's my plans for the future.
Okay. Are there any exciting developments or partnerships that you'd like to share?
No, not at this time. There's none. No, not at this time. I'm just basically focusing on, like I said, we're new. So I'm focusing on still, working out the kinks. Nothing is perfect. So, building a curriculum that I feel that I'm comfortable with. Because, as you grow, you make changes. Right. Or whatever. So no partnerships or anything right now. Just trying to get to accreditation.
Got you. So what advice would you give to other young women looking to become a stylist, beauty professional, or entrepreneur?
Do it. That's all I can tell them. It's like, I can't guarantee that it's gonna work, but I can guarantee them that it's worth the try. So many people are scared. They let the fear of what people say, your friends, your peers, your family. So sometimes only person can see the vision is you. So you have to literally believe in yourself. And I say give it all you got. If we look at anybody else that got these big businesses, I just read the story the other day, but Amazon, starting his garage, just selling books. You see what he had now. So it's like sometimes those ideas that people feel is like, dang, over, that's stupid. I would do that if I was you. And it's like, I've had people told me that too, and it's like, I did it. So my salon was open for 11 years now. We're at year 11. And, the school is going on 2 years. So I would tell them just to do it. It's not going to be easy, but once you set your mind to it and, your heart is, you gotta love what you do. Because what's going to keep you going on the days that you no longer want to do it? The days when you take a loss instead of a profit. Because, when you first open a business, I'm going to be honest, I gave myself 5 years of sacrifice when I opened the school. So for 5 years, people don't see me. I don't really go on much vacations right now. I don't spend money like I used to. I make sure my bills straight, my kids are all right. But for me, it's a huge sacrifice because I'm used to basically doing what I want to do. So, and I knew I had to put that in my mind, like, Tierra, if you're going to do this, You're not going to be able to live the life that you want to live. You're not going to be able to spend the money that you want to spend because it's going to be new. So I actually gave myself 5 years of sacrifice. And that's something I did for myself. So I think I got like 3.5 more years of sacrifice. And I don't know if I might have to extend it. And I don't know, God might bless me way before the 5, you know? Things happen overnight. You can wake up tomorrow and your life can change. But I'm just saying, I put in my mind, like, because a lot of people are scared of entrepreneurship because of the sacrifice. Like, I got to give up this security for this. But then your whole life can change as a result of that. Jobs always going to be available. You can always get a job. Like, there's no shortage on getting a job. So I always tell people, bet on yourself. I mean, but everybody don't desire to be an entrepreneur. But for those that have the talent to do hair, that's a talent. Like, that's really a gift. And that's something that I didn't even want to do. I just was born with the gift to do hair, to be honest. Like, I don't even know where it came from or whatever. Or it was nothing that I'm like, I always said I wanted to be a teacher and I wanted to do hair. But I guess I do both right now. I teach and I do hair. So that was always something that I wanted to do. But yeah, I would tell them just to do it. There's no easy way. It's going to be hard. You're going to cry. You're going to want to quit. You know what I'm saying? I say, oh no, I don't know why I opened the school. But then I look at my students and I'm like, I can't give up on them. So you got to remember why you started. Always. Because that's what's going to keep you going. And my students is definitely, I mean, some days they got to encourage me as well as I encourage them. Like, but see, you could be all right. What's wrong with you? You know, and I'm like, life. That's all I let them know. So I just encourage anybody that wants to. You only got one life. If you don't do it now, when you gonna do it? Like, you literally ain't gonna get another chance. I think so much people are scared of failure, but it's okay. It's okay. Like, if it don't work, it don't work. You try. But if it do work, at least you try. But if you never try, you never know which way it's gonna go. So, you know, everything in life, I don't consider it a loss. It's definitely a lesson.
I definitely want to thank you for letting me interview you on today. It really was nice to just hear your story of how you started, where you're going, and, you know, just the overall background of you as a stylist, you as a person, as well as, you know, you as an entrepreneur and having your own, you know, school. Because I feel like you're just you're changing a lot of people's lives to me. If nobody ever tells you, I'm going to tell you, you are changing lives in here, one person at a time.
Yeah,
one person at a time.
Yeah.
And you may start somewhere, but you're going to grow into something way bigger. And it might even be bigger than you ever thought it would be.
Exactly. It might.